I ask myself always the question as a judge. Forget it now that I've been Mr. Olympia and all this, but let's say I'm not a judge and I sit there. The question is, whose body do I want to have? That's what it comes down to. And I think that Cedric had such a beautiful body. He was so well proportioned.
What's up, guys? It's True Adonis and you're watching True Adonis TV. Straight off the plane from Costa Rica. Man, had so much fun over there. Te extraño to mi familia. I miss you so much. Can't wait to come back to see you. I'm going to show you guys the brazos I was rocking on the Las Playas over there on the beach. I'm going to show you how you can get some. So I started out with tricep pushdowns. And tip number one, don't do calf raises like the guy behind me. Tip number two, if you're doing any less than 15 reps, stop. Like, take all the sets and reps that you've done before of like 6, 8, 10, and all the sets of calf raises he just did, and throw them all in the trash. If you're doing any less than 15 reps, like every exercise I do for arms, I'm shooting for 20 reps. Sometimes I may fall short, but it still falls in between that 15 and 20 repetitions like I want to get. And I found that, just the most amount of blood you can get in there, the more growth you're going to see, at least when it comes to shoulders, arms, or forearms. I'm breaking out one of my secret exercises for you guys. It's a variation of a close grip bench press, except I do it on a machine. It's a regular chest press machine, but I took a pull down bar and put it in the middle of the machine so that I could get a closer grip. And man, the squeeze and the contraction on this is amazing. Like I said before, everything 15, no less than 15 reps. Every set I'm doing, I'm shooting for 20 reps, and the contraction is amazing. I have the bar, I'm pushing from about 5 inches below my chest, and man, the contraction is just amazing. You're gonna get such a great pump. And make sure, if you feel it too much in your chest and you don't really feel it in your arms, that means you need to bring your hands closer together, because it's just like a conventional bench press. The more you have your hands out, the more you're going to feel it in your chest, the less you're going to feel it in your triceps. So a closer grip is better for the triceps. So then after that, I went over to a single arm reverse grip push down, and I do these one after the other without a break. As you'll notice, it's basically like a giant set, pretty much. Again, shooting for 20 reps. It should be, tell your mama, tell your grandma, tell your grandpa, if you're doing arms and you're shooting for less than 20 reps, then you need to throw it in the garbage because it's trash. So here, just going back and forth, nothing special, nothing spectacular. Just on every exercise, you want to make sure that you're getting a good contraction and a good squeeze. And another thing about when it comes to working triceps, make sure you're keeping your wrist straight or parallel with your forearm. And notice what I'm doing there. I'm getting out the last couple of reps, but I'm not trying to cheat on rep number 2 or 3. I was like on rep number 15 or 16 and just trying to squeeze out those last bit of reps, doing partial reps. It's good to cheat sometimes, but if you're cheating on rep number 3, rep number 5, stop it. Lower the weight and do something that you actually can handle. Look at that. Look at that squeeze. Just look at it. Here I started on preacher curls on a machine. Again, doing 20 reps. Everything in 20 reps. 20 reps equals big ass arms, man. I started out just doing both arms. I like to do them with both arms. Sometimes if you have one arm that's bigger than the other, you want to do it single. But here I was just, like I said, I just got off the plane. I was feeling kind of weak. I just wanted to get in and get a pump going rather than just trying to really break down some muscle and trying to hit PRs. So again, another thing you want to do on these, make sure you're going all the way down just before lockout, before you lock your elbows, because I see people doing these half reps and that works at some point in the exercise if that's what you're trying to do, but you really want to work the full range of motion. That's how you're going to get the best contraction, is when you lengthen the muscle and then contract it. You're going to get more fibers activated. And make sure you keep the your wrist straight. A lot of times I see people curl the wrist thinking it's going to give them a better contraction. Actually, it doesn't. It puts more forearm work in there. If you notice here, you'll see it in a better view. And my wrists are straight all the time. I'm never curling my wrist to keep the concentration fully on the bicep. And you see I'm going all the way down and going up as high as I can, because really after that first set, man, I had such a hard pump in my arms. I could have really went home after the first or second set, but I know you guys don't want to see me just do one bicep exercise, so I went ahead and finished the workout. After that, these are my favorite to do for the peak of your bicep. And the reason why it hits the peak is because you have more of a stretch, because your arms are going behind your body, so it creates a greater stretch in the bicep. I believe it's the short head of the bicep, if I'm not mistaken. And when you get a greater stretch, it creates a greater contraction. So if you want a better peak to your biceps, this is the exercise that you really want to start out with. As you can see, and you can't really tell here, but because my triceps are so pumped, I'm actually squeezing them or contracting them at the bottom of the movement so that I get the full amount of stretch out of the bicep as I possibly can. Because when you contract your tricep, that means your bicep is fully lengthened. So every rep I'm actually doing that at the bottom of the rep. But like I said, you can't see because my triceps are so pumped from the workout I just did for them. But that just allows you to get a greater stretch in the bicep and get a better peak and a better contraction. And I didn't go too heavy on these. Like I said before, I went up to maybe 20 pounds. You know, sometimes you can maybe do 25, 30 pounds. But just make sure that, like I said before, you're hitting in between that 15 and 20 reps. Here I'm doing my intro to the video movement, which is a hammer curl on a cable. I love doing cables because it keeps the contraction on the muscle, and you're always getting some type of work done because there's always a force pulling from the direction of the cable. I love doing these because it gives your arms a 3D look because it's working the brachialis and the forearm. The bigger your forearms are, just the more impressive your arms are going to look. And then the brachialis is the muscle that lies between the bicep and the tricep, and it pushes the bicep up, giving you the illusion of having a bigger arm. And when you're lean enough and you can actually see it, it just makes your arm just look impressive to me. I'm not lean enough here, but over the weeks as I get leaner, you guys are going to be able to notice it a lot more. Another thing, I got the winners for the contest. There were 4 people, I believe. There was Predator Athletics, 93 Saman, Asan Y2K, or Y2K Asan, and it was Quinn Harsh as well. So I'll be contacting you guys to get you your supplements. So make sure you're always commenting or liking or sharing, because you never know how I'm going to pick a contest. I'm having another contest for the first 1,000 subscribers we get. That link will be in the description below. So it's True Adonis TV. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You guys take care.
¿Cómo que suéltalo? Es mío. Es mío el príncipe.
It's my prince. No.
Es mío el príncipe.
No. Yup.